Hi, all the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic, seer, and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for this new moon in Cancer, July 5th, 2024, psychic crystal reading for each of the four elements: earth, water, fire, and air. The earth signs are Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. The water signs are Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. The fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And the air signs are Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Please be sure to watch this entire video because this new moon in Cancer is not just going to affect your sun sign only. So if you know the elements that correspond to your sun, your moon, and your rising sign, I recommend you watch those different elements. Remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign are going to resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, sometimes your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there, so you might want to check that out. This recording is for this new moon in Cancer, July 5th, 2024, and I'm starting with the element of earth. This is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. You may feel, earth signs, like you have 50 million things you need to do, take care of. It could be at work, it could be at home, it could be with your family, and it could be a combination of all of these areas together. Some of you may feel like you want to get up on your high horse and and like pontificate, you know, or give a speech, give a lecture, give a presentation, but it could be to like your kids, your spouse, your employees, if you manage and supervise other people, or you own your own business. So it could be like you want to, like, I don't know if I want to say like preach, but it's the kind of energy of like, in some ways, giving people instruction. Now, you know, sometimes people want instruction and sometimes they don't. So you have to see how your audience reacts to you. Some of you earth signs may find yourself going over old documents, old papers. This could be, it could be connected to wills and estates. It could be financial documents. It could be work related, or it could be your own personal documents. Could be like houses you've bought and sold. Could be property. I don't know that's called when they, when you buy a house, it's like this survey. You could be going over this survey of your house. Some of you earth signs may really feel like you want to be in charge. You want to take the lead. You want to run the show. This, again, could be in your personal life, or it could be work related, or it could be both. You could have a combination. Something that you've been waiting for, some kind of notification. Could be an email, could be a text message, could be something in writing. It's like you receive it. Some kind of communication and notification that you've been waiting for comes through for you over the next 2 weeks especially, and the days around the new moon in Cancer, but it can even at times last up to 30 days. Some of you, if you meet somebody now, you could really jive with them. So that could be romantically speaking. If you're single and you meet somebody and you're like, wow, we're really clicking. We're simpatico. You could start dating them. But this can also apply to somebody that could be your friend, or somebody that you could have some kind of work relationship with, or business. If you had started something before and you stopped it, you're going to start it again over the next 2 weeks, maybe even up to 30 days. So if you were like starting to exercise, but you had to stop, or starting a new diet, but for some reason something came up and you had to stop, or trying to get a business going and off the ground and you were starting to work on it, but things came up in your personal life or something and you had to stop. You're going to go back to do it again now. You're going to restart it. So here are the 3 cautions for the earth signs from this new moon in Cancer. You could have a lot of forgetfulness. So you may want to put Post-it notes all over the place. Like, I feel like you could very likely forget your keys somewhere. Like, lose your keys, forget your keys. But forgetfulness, or like if you're supposed to you made an appointment, you're going to forget the appointment. Or you forgot to cancel an appointment. They're going to call you up and say, where are you? So a lot of forgetfulness could kick up for you right now. So here's the second caution for the earth signs. My guides are saying you have to be careful that you don't, like, you know, when people schmooze each other, like, oh, you're the greatest, or, oh, that's fantastic. What a great job. Oh, I love you so much. Or you're the best. Like, kind of like kissing up to people, schmoozing people. I don't know. It's like, that's going to not work. Or it's going to make it look like that's what you're doing. Like, if you think you're going to do it and be all suave and like fly under the radar and like, you know, like buttering people up, schmoozing them, kissing up to them, and you're doing it for a reason, it's going to be like a neon sign flashing, kiss up, kissing up, kiss up. So you might not want to do that, or tone it way down. So here's your third caution. Okay, this was hard to understand the way they were explaining it. You have to be careful you don't trip yourself up. If you have to tell somebody, oh, I'm sorry, we can't come to your party, or, you know, anything that you have to say you can't do, or you're giving an excuse for some reason. If you give too much details, you're going to trip yourself up. So if you need to give somebody an excuse to get out of doing something you don't want to do, the least amount of details, the better. Basic, to the point, not a lot of details. Because later, if somebody asks you something about it, you could trip yourself up. So keep it short, sweet, and to the point. If, you know, listen to what I'm saying here. It was hard for me to understand what my guides were talking about because they kept showing me all these little things floating by. Little things, little things. They looked like fish swimming in a fish tank, like going down. And these little things, they're saying, these are the things that are going to trip you up. These little things. And I'm like, what little things are you talking about? And then they're explaining, like, so if you have to call out sick for work, or say you can't go to a party, or there's something you can't do not create a big story with lots of details. It's going to trip you up. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the element of water. This is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. I feel that the water signs are going to get a lot of things done over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. Because it comes up like you getting organized, being organized, getting things organized, and getting a lot of things done. So you may find that that's the case for you. You may spend some time seeing some old friends, reconnecting with old friends, or old relatives. Could even be reconnecting with, like, if there were certain podcasts that you used to watch and then you kind of slipped away from watching it, you could get reconnected with watching them again. Some of you water signs could feel supercharged, like you want to start something. You could be very motivated to start a diet, an exercise program, a new health regime of some sort, like taking, new supplements or herbal remedies or things that would be connected to your health. And you could even want to seek out new practitioners that could be doctors, naturopaths. It could be other things like, maybe you're going to try a new astrologer or a new psychic or a new professional, like if you need an accountant or a lawyer, you could be trying out, like, let's see, what do I think of what they say, how they're going to handle this. And so you could be like seeking out new people that can help you, but it can also be involving trying new things as well, especially to do with health and wellness over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. Some of you may really want to take time to take a pause and take a vacation. You may want to take a road trip or just take time off and totally relax over the next 2 weeks. But it can last, like I said, even up to 30 days. Some of you can find money. There could be some kind of windfall of cash, or you could find money like in your pocket, walking on the street, finding like, oh, I had an account I thought I closed, all these years ago, and here you find out it's still actually there with some money in it. Maybe you hid money in your house somewhere in case of a problem, and you're going to come across and find that money. Some of you are going to be really putting out good vibes and positive energy, and things that you work on and create now will be well received. So it could be like, if you write something or you make a video or you make a speech or you teach some sort of class, anything that you put out there or some kind of product or creation that you make, it's going to go well. It'll be well received. Some of you could have a new romance that pops up. And I feel for some of you, it's going to be through someone you know. That doesn't necessarily mean it has to be one of your friends. It could be somebody you work with, or it could be a relative to you, like a cousin, and this person works with your cousin. So some of you, there's new love coming in here, but it will be through someone you know, most likely. Now, here are the 3 cautions for the water signs. Don't get ahead of yourself. Be careful. Because I see you like trying to put something together and you're like skipping steps, and that could be literally or figuratively. So if you're trying to put something together, you may be skipping steps, but it could also be like maybe there's some kind of protocol of something you need to follow to apply for a job or to make some kind of connection or something important that you need to do. And it's like, I see you getting ahead of yourself. Like you want to skip steps and I don't want to have to go through that step and that. I'm just going to go to step 5. I'm going to go from step 1 to 5. That's not going to work. So don't get ahead of yourself from the energy of this new moon in Cancer over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. Make sure the things you're eating are free from pesticides, or hopefully, if you can afford it, if you can get organic, or like free of too much, like, you don't want to eat too much processed foods that could be sprayed with chemicals and pesticides. Wash your food really well. You may want to soak things in the sink. Like if you have, like if there's any produce, and get like a vegetable brush and wash your fruits and vegetables, and be careful of too much processed food. Because I feel like you may end up, I don't want to say you're going to get sick, but you may eat something and think it's totally fine, and then you start to feel weird, like you get a headache, or you get some kind of like rash on your skin, and you're like, why am I getting this rash? Or where's this migraine coming from? It could actually be through something you're eating. So be very careful of, like I said, processed foods and chemicals that you're eating. So now here's the third caution for the water signs. You could tend to be a little bit over emotional and maybe a little irrational. So count to 10 before you make some big outburst. Because I see you like being quick to get mad, or, you know, quick to like express, you know, your dissatisfaction in something. But if you take a pause and you count to 10, you may realize that it's not completely worth getting that upset over, or you may be misinterpreting some situation or something. So, being quick to anger isn't good for you. It's not good for your health. And it may turn out to be a nothing burger later on, that you got mad over something that really wasn't worth it. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. I just want to say here, if you want to get my most recently recorded video series, I've recorded my Horseshoe Tarot 7-card spread psychic tarot reading. Those predictions go for 1 year, from July of 2024 through the end of July of 2025. It's one of the most popular video series I record every year. It's very popular, maybe because it's a half an hour long with 7 cards giving lots of predictions and messages. If you do not see that link down below in the description area under the video, it will be added once the videos are edited. I'm hoping my son gets them edited by the time you watch this video. Also, it will be on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. So I hope you'll decide to check those video series out. Everybody seems to like the Horseshoe Tarot spread. So now on to the element of fire. This is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. You may feel, fire signs, like you want to break free of some kind of restrictions or things that feel binding to you over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. You may be extra challenging with people. So like if you're doing any work or business with people or companies or whatever, you may challenge like salespeople and challenge, you could be challenging to people in a freaking parking lot or in a store, or, you know, like when I say like you could be challenging, like I'm challenging that price, or hey, I was going to park in that parking spot. You just jumped in front of me, or I'm standing in line here. Why are you in front of me? Because you need to get behind me. Like I get the fire signs being very challenging to others during this time frame. Some of you fire signs are really going to smarten up and wise up about something. Something where you like turned a blind eye, you didn't want to face it, you didn't want to look at it, you didn't want to deal with it, you're going to wise up and smarten up, and you're going to face it head on and squarely look at it. Because I feel like there's something that's been like, you just haven't wanted to face, you haven't wanted to look at, you haven't wanted to deal with it, or you were like turning a blind eye to it. But now it's like, you can't get past it. You have to, and it's like you're ready to deal with it. This is a rough one for the fire signs right here. I feel like some of you may have to deliver some news to some people that they don't like. So let's say you work for a company or a business and you're in the position where you now have to let some people go. You know, you may have to tell them they're getting laid off. Maybe there's a chance they can come back. I don't know. But you may have to deliver some bad news. Or like if there's something where there's a class that you're a professor and the class is getting canceled. And it's bad news because there's people that really wanted to take this class. So you could find yourself in that situation. I do feel that some of fire signs are going to get things done like real quick. Like did this, took care of that. Now next, now I'm doing this, taking care of this. Next, like I feel like you're going to take care of a lot of things that need to be taken care of, and like in short order. Not like, oh, this is dragging on and on. You're going to like get through stuff. You could have somebody that wants to like treat you, take you out on a date, or treat you out to a night on the town. This could be your significant other. This could be like other family members or friends, and they may want to take you out, like, take you out for a night on the town. If you have an upcoming birthday, you could, if you're a Leo, it could be because you're a Leo, they want to take you out. Or if you have Cancer rising or sun or moon, it could be birthday related. I feel that for some of you fire signs, something in your life is evolving to something more. So let's say you had a friend, the friendship could evolve to a love relationship. Or if you were dating somebody, it could evolve to become more serious. You could move in together or get engaged. If you had a job that you were, it was going well, it could evolve to a higher up position. So you have something in your life that is evolving. This is a positive thing for you. So now I'm going to look at the 3 cautions for the fire signs. It comes up like what I got in the beginning. You could be like too hot-headed, too ticked off too easily, too hot-headed. You could also, out of anger, you could break someone's confidence. So you could be mad about something and somebody told you a secret or told you something that they don't want anybody else to know, but you could be going off like rah, 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 being mad about something, and you let somebody's secret out, or, that's possible here. So be careful. If you feel out of sorts or left out of something, this could cause you to lash out. It's another lashing out thing. So I feel like your temper, for some reason, it's temper related stuff that seems to be agitated for the fire signs. And I'm Aries rising, so I don't like that. I don't want to hear that because, I don't want to upset the people around me. So take heed on these cautions. You could feel left out, or like your feelings could be hurt. You could feel left out, and then you could lash out or be negative to people as a knee-jerk reaction. This came up for one of the other elements too, forgetfulness. But I'm getting like some of you fire signs could leave something behind you really don't want to leave behind. Like, you could leave your laptop on the airplane. You could leave, you could be going away on a trip and you packed 2 suitcases and a carry-on, and you left one of your suitcases at the house. Or, you're going away and you're in transit somewhere and you forgot your cell phone. I mean, so you could leave something behind that you really care about and that you really, really, really don't want to forget. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the element of air. This is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. I feel that the air signs are going to be going through some kind of emotional roller coaster over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. You may want to, some of you air signs may want to branch out. You may want to, this new moon in Cancer energy could make you want to branch out socially, maybe even to meet somebody to date or to new friends, but it could be branching out with work or business or things that you create and sell. You could want to branch out in that way as well. Some of you air signs are going to be very much targeting something that you want to do. Like, let's say you have a garden and you're like, I'm going to plant this specific plants in these specific plants in this specific way. Or it could be something you're writing, something you're creating, something you're drawing. But it's like you've got this like vision in your mind. It's very detail oriented of what you want to do. And it has to be this specific way or these specific items. Like that's what so you're really going to be hyper focused and very specific about things you want to put your energy into and create, or the way you want certain things to look. Could even be about your own appearance. You could have a lot of gossipy sessions with your friends, like or family, like talking about old times, talking about the past, but also there could be a lot of gossipy things going on, like, oh, did you hear? So-and-so, da-da-da-da. You're kidding. I can't believe it. Did you know this and that? Like, kind of like gossipy kind of conversations could come up for you over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. Some of you will start to shine brighter. Your aura may be brighter. You may attract more people to you or more positive feedback from people because something about you is shining brighter that's going to make people react more positively to you. So it could be actually your spirit, your soul energy is shining brighter and people will be reacting to you better. If there was anything that you were waiting for to get accepted into or approved, it's like that's going to come through for you now. Like if there was a club you wanted to join, but it had to be approved, you'll get that approval. Or if there was a loan or something you applied for, or a mortgage, and you had to wait to see was it going to get approved, you're going to get approved for it. So getting approved or accepted into something comes up for some of you air signs. Some of you are going to learn a new skill that's going to be very helpful to you in whatever you're doing. Like maybe it's a hobby or a craft you want to really get into and perfect. You're going to learn some kind of skill that's going to help you with that hobby or craft. Or it could be learning some kind of skill that's going to help you if you own your own business or in your career or at your job. Now, here are the 3 cautions for the air signs. Be careful, air signs, that you're not too judgmental over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days, or you're not like, don't be so judgy or too hard on people. It's going to be good for you to try to be more relaxed and have the attitude more of live and let live. Now, maybe some of you aren't going to care about this, but it is coming up as a caution. Be careful that you don't waste too much time. And what I'm seeing is the phone. If you play games on your phone or just watch a lot of videos on your phone, you could find that you turn around and you sat on your phone for like 5 hours or like 3 hours, and it could be a real time waster. Now, there's other ways you can waste time. It doesn't just have to be on the phone, like scrolling or playing games on your phone, but that is what my guide showed me, was the phone could be a big time waster for you over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. And I feel like you're not going to, what I feel like, yeah, maybe you don't care and it's okay, but some of you I feel are going to care, and you're going to be like, oh no, why did I waste so much time on that? I'm going to give you this caution because I'm hearing, I don't want to be here. There's something that you are going to go do. It could be a party you go to or an event. I mean, it could be work, like you just don't feel like being at work. But if there's something you can avoid, that you're like, I don't know that I want to go. I really don't think I'm going to have a good time, or I don't feel that great to go, but you feel obligated to go. If you go and you don't want to, you're really not going to want to be there. So think about that, because it's coming up as one of your cautions. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please like this video if you liked it, and share it with others if you feel it's worth sharing. And subscribe to this channel if you haven't. It's just one click, easy to subscribe. And hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you would like to get any of the special video series I record for my Vimeo on-demand videos, where I look at very specific topics using a variety of divination tools, the most recently recorded video links are down below in the description area in the Show More section underneath this video. And you can also go to my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. You can scroll that page, you can read all the different video series I've recorded, what divination tools I've used, how long the predictions go out for, and you just click on whatever zodiac sign you want, and it goes to that specific sign on that specific video series. Because occasionally I have people telling me they're buying the wrong videos, and I'm not really sure how that's happening. But if you want to avoid that, you just go to my website, because if you're a Pisces and you click on Pisces, that on a particular video series, that's what video you go to. You're not going to go to some arbitrary video. So you may want to think about that if that has been an issue for you. Now, my most recently recorded video series is my Horseshoe Tarot 7-card spread psychic tarot readings for 2024. If you would like to get those, it's 7 cards. They're about a half an hour long. lots of predictions and messages. It is one of the most popular video series I record and sell on my Vimeo videos. Also, my 2024 mid-year love and romance psychic tarot update. People always ask me about love. Are you going to do love readings? Do you do love readings? I kind of find it funny when people do love readings on a regular basis because love changes slowly, I think, slower than other things. So I feel like doing love readings twice a year, a big one at the beginning of the year, and then an update in the middle of the year is going to cover a lot of territory. And these predictions, there's a lot of cards. There's a lot of predictions. So you might want to check those out if you're curious about your love life. And with all my video series, I do recommend if you can get your rising sign and your sun sign, that will probably cover you with enough information that's going to be accurate for you in general readings. Remember, these are general readings, just like the general readings I do here on YouTube. Also, my mid-year Psychic Tarot update for 2024. I did the center of the Celtic Cross Tarot spread in those readings. So lots of predictions and messages in there. And also my 2024 financial Psychic Tarot readings. Those predictions go out until the end of this year. I recorded them based on request, and they are not like my old format. Career does come up in these, but it's not career and finance. It's finance, but career is mentioned throughout those readings. So you may want to check them out. I did a different layout than I normally do, and you may find that they resonate with you. So you should check out the financial 2024 financial psychic tarot readings. Also, my What's Lucky and New for You in 2024 psychic readings are very popular. If you haven't checked them out yet, you got a whole half a year yet. We're not done 2024 yet, so you might want to check them out. And also, don't forget my psychic crystal readings for July 2024, which are a continuation or an expansion of the psychic tarot readings I do at the beginning of the month. Don't forget, you can follow me over on Rumble too. My channel name is The Lucky Mermaid LLC. It's all one word on Rumble. You can also follow me on my social media pages at The Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook and The Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram. And on X, formerly known as Twitter, I am The Lucky Mermaid. I'm at The Lucky Mermaid on Twitter, formerly known as X. So if you would like to make a donation to this channel and help support the work that I do here, there is a donation link down below, and it is connected to PayPal. I want to thank you so much for all of your kind and generous donations. It does mean a lot to me, and it does help me a lot. And when you purchase those Vimeo videos, not only are you getting psychic predictions and messages at an extremely great deal of a price, because if you got a private reading for a half an hour, it's going to cost you way more than $4.40. I don't care who's giving it to you. So remember that about those videos on Vimeo. But you help support this channel to keep going. And I do truly appreciate all of your purchases of my videos on Vimeo. I don't take it lightly. It does mean a lot, and it does help me a lot. So I hope this new moon in Cancer, July 5th, 2024, brings you amazing energy. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.